Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're diving deep into something super relevant to, well, pretty much everyone out there, building a high-performing team.
Always a hot topic, right?
You got it. And we've got some really solid advice to dig into, all from this awesome professional development resource I came across.
Sounds interesting. I'm all ears.
So the first thing that jumped out at me, they kept coming back to this idea of clarity, like crystal clear goals are the bedrock of a high-performing team. It seems kind of obvious, but
Oh, it is absolutely crucial. It's like imagine a basketball team, right? If they all just kind of wander around the court, dribbling, shooting whenever they feel like
they're
it.
not going to win many games.
Exactly. All that individual talent means nothing if they don't have that shared goal to get the ball in the hoop more times than the other team.
And that's the same in the workplace, isn't it? Without clear objectives, everyone's running around like,
Chickens with their heads cut off, projects stall out, people get frustrated, you get a whole lot of wasted effort.
and probably a lot of wasted money too. Now, the source also talks a lot about open communication, which again seems obvious, but they go beyond just saying talk to each other.
Right, because it's not just about the amount of talking, is it? It's about creating an environment where people actually feel comfortable sharing their ideas.
Yeah, like where you can disagree with the boss and not worry about getting thrown under the bus.
100%. They call it psychological safety, that sense of feeling safe to speak your mind, even if it's different.
Oh, I read about this. Fascinating. Apparently, it's like the secret sauce for innovation, right?
Yeah.
People are more willing to take risks, try new things.
Exactly. And that leads to better problem solving, better decision making, all that good stuff.
It makes total sense. Now, something else I found interesting. The source talks about celebrating collaborative wins, which is great and all, but I did wonder, is there a downside to only rewarding team effort? What about acknowledging those individual rock stars we've all worked with?
Ah, that's the tightrope, isn't it? You want to foster that we're in this together mentality, but also recognize that everyone has their own strengths and motivations.
Yeah, some people love public praise, others maybe not so much. It's about figuring out what makes each person feel valued.
Spot on. It's that personalized touch that makes all the difference. Now, speaking of recognizing value, the source also stresses the importance of professional development,
Hmm.
and not just like a one and done training session, but ongoing learning.
Yeah, like investing in your team's growth, right?
Absolutely, because when people feel like they're developing new skills, expanding their knowledge, that's motivating. And you know what? It probably ties back into that open communication we were talking about.
Oh, I bet it does. When people feel supported in their growth, they're more likely to speak up, share those new ideas.
Exactly. It's this awesome positive feedback loop. Learning breeds confidence, confidence breeds communication, communication breeds innovation, and around we go.
Love that.
Yeah.
Okay, one final nugget from the source that really resonated with me. Celebrating success. Seems so obvious, but how often do we actually do it?
Yeah.
Especially those smaller wins along the way.
It's so easy to get caught up in the hustle, right? But those celebrations, even small ones, they do wonders for morale. They remind everyone what they're working towards and why it matters.
That's like that extra boost of energy.
Excellent.
So to sum it all up, this deep dive has given us a ton to chew on. We've got the recipe for a high-performing team. Clear goals, open and honest communication, a commitment to growth, and a culture of recognition.
Sounds like a pretty solid recipe to me.
Right. But as you think about your own team, your own workplace, the real question is, how do you take these ingredients and actually bake that high-performance cake? What are those small steps you can take, and what roadblocks might you come across?
That's the real work, isn't it? Putting it all into practice.
It sure is. But I have a feeling our listeners are up for the challenge. As always, thanks for joining us for another deep dive. We'll see you next time.
Until then.